Greetings. Thank you for listening. My name is James Curtis Geist. I've been a history teacher for 20 plus years. I've been writing since 2016, and I love my coffee, and I love my Dr. Squatch cologne. So if you enjoy the stories I share, I appreciate you hitting like and subscribe. Today's stories are coming from Essential Geist, Volume 1, Selected Anecdotes and Poems. And the first one is called Clouds. It's short. A general rule of writing coaches is never write a story or poem involving clouds. Now I have. My second story is called Church Organists, and this is circa 1991 in Nyack, New York. I used to live with a woman. She was in her 80s. Her name was Mary Grace, and she used to work with Fortune magazine. She used to be a flapper. She was very modern and very hip, and anyway, she was a great lady. But we had a neighbor across the street. Her name was Mrs. Selvey, and sometimes she was an older woman. I would do work for her, usually painting, house painting I did for her. So this comes from Miss Selvey from Nyack, New York. On the fourth floor of Moseley Hall of Nyack College used to be a tall young man with blonde hair who was a music major and an accomplished organ player. It must be tough to go to an evangelical school when you're gay and you have to hide in the closet. After college, I lived on Piermont Avenue while attending the Alliance Theological Seminary. I lived with a woman. Her name was Mary Grace, aged 80, and she wanted a graduate student to live in her home. Mary's neighbor, Mrs. Selvey, lived across the street in a cute little cottage on the shore of the Hudson River with a grand view of the Tappan Zee Bridge. She hired me to do some painting, and sometimes she hired my sister, who was 4 years younger, to do house cleaning. So when I was in seminary, my sister was attending Nyack College. They're on the same campus. Mrs. Selvey went to the local Episcopal church and shared with me how the organist from their church had just died. The church was in process of finding a new church organist. She said, "We need a church organist, but they're tough to find because so many of them are dying from AIDS." And my last story is called Derriere Affair, circa 1991. I went to visit my friend Gumby in Vermont, the Green Mountain State. In his restroom, next to the toilet, were moist wipes. At age 24, I've heard about the miracle of the moist wipe refreshment. I used the wipe only to feel my sphincter muscle of my bum catch fire. The tall round plastic container was not moist wipes, but Clorox wipes, full of bleach and cleaning chemicals. I screamed like a bobcat in the middle of the night, sounding like a woman screaming who was being murdered. It was as refreshing as a East Indian funeral pyre. Always read and label the instructions before application. So, God bless you. God bless all humans. God bless all ETs. All my books are on Amazon. And thank you so much for listening.